everybody, my name is Karen Fabian and I'm the founder of Bare Bones Yoga. So I'm here to talk to you today about side bending. It may seem like an interesting topic. I was thinking yesterday about highlighting a particular muscle, and I did an Instagram post on it and a bunch of people liked it. So I thought this could actually be a cool theme for a video. And when we're talking about yoga, let's face it, videos always work better than images because it is a movement practice. And because I have the skeleton, I can actually dive in a little deeper for you so you get a really good understanding of the muscles that are involved in side bending. So one of the things that I focus on when I teach anatomy to teachers is just some higher level concepts that can help make anatomy easier to understand. So if you think about the idea of a side bend, think about where the movement's coming from. It's a movement called lateral flexion. And if you just, even if you didn't know the name of the muscle, if you just thought of the movement of lateral flexion, what might be where the muscle could be if this is the movement that's being created? So you could, I guess, potentially say the spine. You could also say it might have something to do with the hips because you're kind of shifting your hips out sideways as you move from one side to the other. And if that's something that came to mind, you would be correct. The Quadratus Lumborum, or otherwise known as the QL, sits right in this space here. It runs from this posterior crest of the pelvis up to this last rib and then down the side here of the transverse processes of the lumbar vertebrae. And so when you look at it, it sits like this. And then on the other side, it sits like this. And it's four-sided. And so that's where quadratus comes from. And lumborum comes from the placement in the body near the lumbar spine. So sometimes the muscle names actually tell us about the muscle itself, and in this case that is true. Quadratus lumborum right there. Now, if you think about, let's say on the skeleton it's here, and on me it's here, if you think about what it's doing, you can start to see it a little bit more clearly. When I lean this way, it's stretching on this side and contracting on this side. When I lean this way, it's contracting on this side and stretching on this side. And so that is a way to get an understanding of where the muscle is and what it does when it's concentrically contracting. So let's say I wanted to create a sequence and I wanted to blend in side bends so that I could share with my students this muscle and give them a feeling in their body of what it feels like when it concentrically contracts. So what are some postures I could do? Well, I could take postures like Warrior 2 coming into side angle, because now we've got the Quadratus Lumborum working, and then when I do it on the other side, I get the converse. We could do things like reverse warrior. We could do things like half moon, right? So any of these postures where we've got side bends, that would allow me to share with my students cues that allow me to even speak to the muscle. So let's say I had them coming into half moon. I could say, place your hand on the block, lift your back leg up, and take your upper arm up to the sky. Now I want you to see, if you notice the side bending arrangement, this is a function in part of a muscle in your back called the Quadratus Lumborum. Right, so that's just one example. Sharing anatomy with your students doesn't need to be the kind of thing where it sounds really workshop-y or where it sounds really academic. The skill really comes in not just knowing the information, but being able to share it comfortably, conversationally, and understandably. And in a lot of ways, when you learn how to do that, you demystify it for students. And additionally, you help them learn about their body, and you help them take away something from your classes that they're probably not getting in other classes. That's information they can use for their life. So in that way, your impact grows beyond just the class you're teaching to that student's life in other movements they're doing throughout the day that involve side bends. They may remember that they learned about the muscle in your class. And that is one of the fun things about learning anatomy and sharing in understandable ways, is demystifying it and helping people integrate it into their life, that knowledge into their life. So I want to let you know that one of the really cool things that I built over the past couple of months when everything was shut down is a practice portal. And this is an online platform where I've filled it with yoga sequences, many of which are themed around different anatomical themes. I also host live classes in that practice portal. So even though you may watch me here on YouTube and it's free, which I love, and I love sharing these videos here, it doesn't give me as much of an opportunity to really share longer sequences and to offer live classes. Additionally, it doesn't really offer me an opportunity to offer live workshops and give both teachers and practitioners a tool that they can use for their wellness. My practice portal, however, does that. So I'm going to include the link here at the end of this video in the description so that you can check out the practice portal and some of the free information and sequences that are already in there. And then once you take a look, if you want to subscribe, it's just $9.99 a month. And that pricing is only good for another week or so. So whenever you're watching this, if you're watching this sometime in late August, the price may have already gone up $1. For right now, it's $9.99 a month, and today is August 4th. So you've got another couple of days to get that good rate. However, keep in mind, I made a lot of the content free so that you can check it out, check out the platform. It's really organized, it's really easy to use, and it gives you access, one place where you can go for yoga, guided meditation. There's other things in there as well, specialty sequences for athletes, lots of different things. So the Bare Bones Yoga Practice Portal, I hope you check it out, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Namaste.